In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, X-Men producers Lauren Shuler Donner and Simon Kinberg suggested that fan-favorite characters like Deadpool, Gambit, and Mystique could be getting their own spin-off movies. Donner stated, "There was a regime at the studio that didn't see the worth in spin-offs, and the current people who run Fox understand, embrace it, and we're going to do right by it. I'd like to do Gambit, I'd like to do Deadpool. We'll see. There's a lot of really great characters." Dennis, what do you think of the possibility of these X-Men spin-off movies?
Oh, finally. I mean, I'm glad they're looking into spin-off movies. I don't think we're going to get all 3 of those, though. I think maybe we'll get 1 or 2. I mean, you have to take a look at each individual one. Mystique, the only reason they're really considering that is because of Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. I mean, if it was someone else in that role, they would not make a Mystique standalone movie. You have the Gambit movie, which I actually really liked Kayla Kitsch as Gambit in Wolverine Origins, even though I didn't like the movie very much. But I think she had been talking about getting Channing Tatum in that role, and I just don't think that's a fit. So I'm not really excited about that. And then Deadpool, we've been hearing about that forever. Ryan Reynolds, I think he's good for the role. I don't know what they did in Wolverine Origins. That was like an abomination, you know, with showing his mouth shut and making him all like shirtless. And I don't know. What do you guys, Christian, what do you think?
I agree. I actually do think all 3 of them will be made. And the reason why is because I'm telling you, when that regime change happened, Donner Company is probably going bananas because they, for a long time, have wanted to do these movies, and they are doing it right over there. They really have a good lock on the X-Men franchise. We saw that in 2000 when they debuted it. They're very close to these characters, so I do think that we will see the Deadpool we want to see, and not that whatever that mess was. That whole thing, it ruined Gambit. It ruined everybody. That movie. So that was Wolverine. But anyway, or as far as that, I think that all 3 of those movies, if we have them done right in a series of years, because this is Fox's franchise. I mean, whether or not they're going to combine it with Fantastic Four, we don't know. But they have to build it out and give us new characters, and these are characters to do it.
Rob?
I agree. I think that they will do this because they've got to find a way to build out their universe that isn't solely attached to Wolverine at this point. The only character that's gotten solo films is Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's not going to play this character forever. They've got to find different leads. They have a great new youthful sort of group with the X-Men Origins, X-Men First Class, that they can build out from there. Of course they're gonna do Mystique because it's Jennifer Lawrence, you know, she's the hottest ticket on the planet. But here's the thing also, rumored is that Mystique has quite a central role in Days of Future Past. Like, she is very much a focus. If you have Jennifer Lawrence, you are not gonna waste that opportunity. Laura Shuler Donner has been wanting to do Gambit forever, but I think they'll probably do Mystique first.
I'm also wondering, what's her deal? Like, what's Lawrence as far as, because again, look at with
I don't think they have her. I don't think they have her locked. I think if she wants to do it, then they'll do it. Right. But if they're like, if she doesn't want to do it, they're not going to make a standalone.
It's going to be tough. She's got. I mean, look, she has the next Hunger Games, which is pretty much locked up for, and then but she's one of the most sought out actresses out there. It's if she likes being part of this franchise and they offer the big deal with maybe 3 or 4 movies, it's possible. I think that out of all of them, it's the toughest one because depending on her contract.
I think it does depend on her contract, but I'm 90% sure that they have her locked down for at least 3. So they
standalone movies, though.
No.
Yeah, right.
No.
So like one, but you don't think.
Movies.
But what if? But they already said though that this after Days of Future Past, there's another one.
Well, there's Apocalypse.
There's Apocalypse,
and she's locked in for that.
Yeah, but except that Apocalypse. You know, I can't say certain things about Apocalypse, actually. I know a few things about Apocalypse that I can't say right now. But in any event, I think that it's possible. I think that, to your point, we're seeing all of the studios trying to build out their comic book franchises, and this is what they have. Will they combine them? Will they do crossovers? They will. Absolutely. They've teased doing it. I think they're going to do it. They're trying to find their Marvel approach, and they've got to find it in a way that's different than Marvel. Sony's doing the thing where they're going to focus on the villains. We'll see how that sort of plays out. I think Mystique would be an amazing character because I am a big fan of focusing on the villains, but I'd also really love to see Magneto.
Well, yeah, but we saw kind of a Magneto origins in First Class. They took the Magneto script and they took the First Class script and they merged them together. the Magneto script kind of won out on that one
Yeah.
because it was magnificent. All the First Class stuff was kind of weak.
I agree with you, but it doesn't have to be, not everything that's focused on a character needs to be an origin story. You know what I mean? You can just find a great story. In fact, I think that's a mistake that a lot of people are making, thinking that every single time it has to be an origin story. There's sometimes, well, great, we're established, we get who this is. Let's give him an adventure, let's give him something to do, let's give him a conflict.
Well, what do you guys think about Deadpool, though? Do you think they're going to retcon his story,
Yes.
or they're just going to blow over and just pretend it never happened?
I think X-Men Days of Futures Past is going to retcon all
Oh, okay.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point of this movie is that, oh yeah, remember that Brett Ratner movie? Don't worry about it anymore. It's gone.
Wolverine Origins
Done.
didn't happen.
Because that's what I love what they're doing. They're essentially doing what J.J. Abrams did with the Star Trek.
The first one.
Yeah, the first ones. Because the way that they did it with time and they manipulated it. And everything that we've known so far, I think is brilliant. I can't wait to see how Bryan Singer really moves it and eliminates everything because then that opens it up to Deadpool and Gambit and everything too.
Yeah, Bryan Singer, we did an interview like a year and a half ago with him for the Giant movie, Jack the Giant Slayer Killer. And he, even at that point, was starting to talk about the idea of like, we're going to fix some things, you know, we think that the timeline is probably going to be, well, we know it's going to be reset, which opens up a million possibilities for characters getting reintroduced, but also having them be younger characters means that they can be recast as well, and we can see a new version of them.
Okay.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.